Yo, what up guys? Mike here, X-Bacon Gaming, about to bring you the review of this bad boy, the Omen. Stay tuned. Yo guys, so this is the 32-inch Omen PC monitor I decided to roll with, debating back and forth what I wanted to get. Budget wise, this is the one I pulled the trigger on, and I'm going to tell you why. So I really didn't do an unboxing because there's a lot of just that out. Really got it out here ready for you guys. Going to show you all the display stuff, the actual monitor, the specs, what it can do, but I'll be getting into that shortly because right now I just want to get over the basics of the monitor. We're going to start with the tilt. So it's a pretty basic stand. That's not the greatest stand. You just got tilt up and tilt down. Tilts up about that far, tilt forward, really don't need forward too much, and that's why it doesn't let you go very far forward. This stand here, as you can see, is a little bit wobbly, but if you're going to just set it and leave it, I haven't really had any problems with it bouncing around on me. You can also wall mount it. There is a bracket that comes with it for that, and I'll show you that when I get to the back of the screen, which is right meow. Alright, as we get to the back, I'm going to scroll down over here to where we have the menu buttons only and a power button. There are no speakers or volume buttons with this because it doesn't come with speakers. And then you got your power cord, two USBs, your plug-in if you want to do your laptop, which it does not come with any of those cords, but it does come with a wall mount up here if you want to mount it. It does come with the power cord, comes with one USB, has two USB ports and one display port, and it comes with both one cable for each of those. And then you just got your sweet looking little Omen logo on the back, which nobody's gonna see because most of the time the monitor's gonna be backed up to a wall. It doesn't light up or anything, but you know, it's kind of cool, I guess. Alright, now that we got the basics of the monitor out of the way and what it comes with, I wanted to go over a few things you should do when you first get it and set it up. You just use your settings button and you can go in here and change your brightness, your contrast, you know, you can kind of get that set up however you wish. It's even got a little information thing here you can click on. It kind of shows you everything. And as you see there, the optimal mode comes standard quad 60 Hz, but I have it up to 75 Hz, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in a little bit too. Next, if you go into the next portion of the settings, you're going to have all your different game modes. Here's where your FreeSync is, if you have AMD graphics cards like I do. And you know, if you want any of the other ones, text, any of those other modes that you find is better for you, you can go with those. But for me, and if you have an AMD graphics card, I don't see why you wouldn't go with the FreeSync. It's pretty damn amazing. That's about all to choose from there on your monitor settings. Main thing is, if you have that FreeSync, you go in onto your monitor first, change it and turn it on FreeSync there. Come into your graphics card settings, your radon settings, come to display, not game, go to display, turn on FreeSync up here in the corner here. You want to make sure that is on also. That way you are FreeSynced and ready to go. Unfortunately, if you have that NVIDIA graphics card, you know, this monitor might not be the best for you for gaming. I mean, still pretty good, but I'll get into that more when I'm covering the specs and the performance of this bad boy. Alright, now let's just cover real quickly on how to get this bad boy into 75 Hz, which is the cap. You're going to just right click, go to display settings, then we're just going to go down to advanced display settings, and in advanced display settings, scroll down to display adapter properties. So once you go into the display adapter properties, not this one, there we go, you're going to go up to your monitor, and that's where you're going to change it from 60 Hz to 75 Hz. So you can turn that on, and then when you go into games and you're choosing your display settings there, it'll up it to the 75 FPS and, you know, 75 Hz, and you're good to go there. Because you want to get the most out of your gaming experience. Alright, now that you got your monitor all set up and ready to go fully, I'm going to roll some Quad HD demos for you guys and talk about the colors and the specs, and hopefully it comes across alright just recording it, but we'll see. First, I really want to just talk about how the colors are. They're amazing. This monitor is 100% sRGB scale and colors, so the colors really pop really great. I'm just so impressed with the reds, the greens, the blacks, and how they look on this monitor. And so the nitty gritty on this monitor is 75 Hertz that you can up it to, and 5 millisecond response time, Quad HD, 2K. And honestly, the reason I chose this monitor is because, frankly, 4K is nice, but if you're gonna go over 32 inches, I think that's when you might want to invest in 4K. But it also is what your computer can push. I mean, mine pretty much can push 2K at max, and if I was gonna go 4K, I wouldn't even get most use out of it. So that's why I went with 2K. And at this size, it still looks amazing in comparison to 4K, I think. And the viewing angles are pretty damn amazing on this. You can pretty much look at it from the side. I'm going to show you here in a second, but you can look at it all the way from one side to the next and see a pretty clear picture. It's not really black at all or anything, so that is also a plus if you have multiple people watching this monitor. Alright, as these demos finish up, I'm gonna get into why I pulled the trigger on this monitor for gaming. And I know what you trolls are gonna say about gaming monitors.
It's not 144 hertz and 1 millisecond response time. That's no gaming monitor.
And while that is true, it's also true that if currently, I mean, I know there's some new monitors coming out here very shortly, but currently the 4K, 2K, you're about only going to be pushing 60 frames per second anyway. But yeah, if you're going to go 1080p, by all means, go for that 144 hertz, 1 millisecond refresh rate or response time, because, you know, I mean, with this, with FreeSync, 5 milliseconds, 75 hertz, honestly, I haven't had any ghosting. It runs pretty damn smooth, and I'm very happy with it. Gaming with this now for about 2 weeks before I made this review, but for me, as long as it's smooth, looks gorgeous, which it does, I'm happy with it. I am more of a casual gamer. I'm not a hardcore gamer, so maybe that's why, you know, I prefer something like this. But yeah, if you're a hardcore gamer and can afford it and your computer can push it, then by all means go for the 144 hertz 1 millisecond, you know, and eventually they're coming out in 2K 4K those, but yeah, you gotta have a beast of a computer to push those. And man, I am one heck of a driver. Look how smooth of a driver I am here in Battlefield. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get out and walk. Did I mention casual gamer? But yeah, I'm gonna run through some other fast-paced games here. Here's some freaking Call of Duty Infinity Warfare. I can only stand to play this game 5 minutes, so nothing special here clip wise, but I'm just gonna try to show you guys the smoothness, colors, blah blah blah. Price point on this bad boy, usually I think original price is like what, $430, something like that. I went and got mine at Costco's, ordered it online for $325. Alright, so Quad HD, FreeSync, 75 hertz, 5 millisecond response time for $325. I thought was pretty damn good deal. I've been looking at some widescreens. I really wanted to go widescreen, but if you want the FreeSync and, you know, around the same specs, you know, you might be able to find one around the same price, but they're usually gonna be like $350, $375. And the reason I went with Costco is because the return policy is amazing there. So just in case I didn't like it, which, you know, I'm still playing around with it, you know, so far I think I'm gonna keep it. But it's always nice to have that in your back pocket if you don't like a monitor and want to return it, because go on eBay or private seller, you know, you're just taking that chance possibly of, you know, it just not functioning right the way you want it, and then you're stuck with it. So yeah, check it out there, Costco. A few weeks they'll have it on sale, sometimes they don't, so you kind of got to hit or miss. I think Amazon right now has it for around that price, $325. I did have to pay tax at Costco, so it was around $350 actually, but still worth it in my opinion. And Overwatch on this monitor, man, with all the colors that game has, it's amazing. I love it. Just started playing Overwatch. Took me a while. I don't know why it took so long to play this game, but hey, I'm enjoying it, especially with this new monitor. I push around 85 frames per second in 2K, and like the highest settings on this game, so pretty happy with it so far. It's just freaking gorgeous. Okay, so what are my final impressions of this monitor, the Omen? So I do like the size, 32 inches for quad, that's great. The stand, meh. I mean, if you set it and leave it, I don't have any problems with it. It is a little wobbly, it's not great. There's not really anywhere to hide your wires. On the bottom, it's kind of open. So on that aspect, don't really like it. All the display ports, pretty much got everything you need there. The speakers, no speakers, so if you don't have any speakers, you're kind of out of luck there, but most of us game on headsets anyway, so I don't have any problem with that, and I have my Logitech speakers set up on it. I do feel that this is a great, amazing gaming monitor if you can take advantage of the FreeSync, AMD FreeSync. If you have the NVIDIA, I heard that, you know, if you try to up it to the 75 fresh rate, that it does have some skipping and ghosting, so it's not been the greatest. I haven't been able to test it out, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but if you're an AMD user, I'm giving you the thumbs up. It plays great. The colors are amazing, like I've said a million times, so I give it a thumbs up there. Overall, just really impressed with this monitor. Probably going to be keeping it, and I'm excited what I got for the price. Alright guys, so that about wraps it up. I am going to throw up here real quick. I don't know how accurate these are, but I just googled, you know, frames per second, and I wanted to catch the motion blurs and see. You see it comes up valid, 74 FPS, 75 Hertz. There's another motion blur thing I put up here in a second. This, I think if you pause, it's supposed to show like 3 squares, which it does most of the time. Syncing, at first it does do like a, yeah, right there, warning, but it fixes itself pretty fast, valid, 75 Hertz. So, I don't know, as far as I can tell, it looks good to me. But there's some numbers for you guys if you care about that. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. Hope you like it. That was my Omen review. If you guys want to check out any other type of reviews that we got, just check out the channel, subscribe. We try to get some out here and there. We are not sponsored in any way. We just do this for fun. We buy these things with our own money right now. Hopefully things will change, but you never know. But again, thanks for watching. Hope this helped you guys out, and we'll catch you later.